The City Commission has had various presentations made at City Commission meetings. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Bakar.
I certainly agree with the other fellow commissioners. Education is very, very important, and the Santa Fe High School has their new science facility, and using Santa Fe High School, you know, parents are very involved with their kids, and if their kids are involved at Santa Fe High School and the science program there, they can probably involved elsewhere as well. It's important that the biotech facility at Santa Fe College, the one at Santa Fe High School, and our professional center at the Progress Court Park all work together. And I think as far as how we foster that is to make sure as city officials, as citizens of this community, we all come together and work with the high school and the kids, primarily through education, to make that leap forward, I guess, so to speak, to the Progress Court Park, Santa Fe College, and the Progress Court Park Professional Center. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Canning.
I would have to agree. I would have to agree with what's been said so far. Mr. Helly said they already have done pretty much a lot of what needs to be done in terms of bringing these together. You have the science wing at the high school. You have Santa Fe College here. The city gave $1 million towards that campus. What I would like to see is I would like to see more of a discussion among the citizens of Alachua about what we want to bring to the area, because we're talking about biotech being a source of higher education jobs and higher paying jobs and all of that. And I think there are other industries that would complement that as well. And I think Alachua could be a place where innovative technologies such as renewable energy technologies would want to locate here. And so we should be glad that somebody's taken some initiative on this, but I think we should also be looking to the future and say there's more that we could do to bring innovative technology to this area.
All right, thank you, sir. The next question goes to Ms. Perkins. Do you believe the City of Alachua Transit System, CATS, is an effective use of city resources? How do you envision the service's future?
Actually, yes, I do think it is a great use of our resources. Do I think it can be improved? Certainly. I have a child, I have 4 children, and I can't get them everywhere they need to go, and we have already utilized CATS right after school just to get to the studio downtown across from the library. I would envision it, and I really would like to see soon CATS have a way of hooking up with Gainesville Regional Transit so that we can not only provide transportation within the Alachua area, but provide transportation to Gainesville so that our citizens can then use the transit system in the Gainesville area.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Mr. Wolford is next.
The CAT system, I think, can be very successful, and that the City Council, City Commission sort of resurrected that after it went away after a couple of years. I think it's a bold new step, and I think one of the things I like to see is that the program's extended not only to hook up with Gainesville Regional Utilities, but in Turkey Creek subdivision, there are a lot of senior citizens that live there who do not drive. And I don't know if that's been considered as expanding the program, but I certainly think we should reach out to all the citizens of the city of Alachua that they have access to a system like that, and hopefully we can do a study to see if there would be a possibility of expanding the services to the northern part of the county and also down to Turkey Creek and eventually hook up with Gainesville Transit.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Helly is next.
I thought they were going that way too. No. Actually, no, I don't. And I argued against it. I think it's a lot of money to spend for not very much usage. And I could be wrong about that, and we'll see after a year how many people actually do use it. But I have to say that I argued against it. And the one that we tried to Gainesville already didn't work, and we spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on that, if I'm correct about that. So No, I argued against it, but I've been wrong before, so we'll just see what happens. And it's hard for me to believe that we couldn't have served the people who really need it in a more effective and cheaper way. I just think we could have. But again, I could be wrong, but I did go against it.
Okay, thank you, sir. We will move to Mr. Canning. Any question or red, sir?
No, I would have to say that in general, I agree with Mr. Helly's comments. I was against it the first time around because I felt it was really a more corporate welfare project where it was, a shuttle for workers to come to the warehouses from Gainesville. But I didn't feel like enough homework had been done to really see whether it was going to serve the public in a way that justified spending a couple $100,000 of our tax dollars on it. And I think it was a boondoggle. I do support public education. I think we need to have. I think people who are shut in and who can't get around need to be helped. And I think I agree with Mr. Helly that we should look at how that can be done in the most cost-effective way. And you start by looking at what the needs are, and then try to figure out a way to meet those needs. And I also agree that without a connection to Gainesville, it's still a very limited service because there are people that need to get to Gainesville. We don't even have a Greyhound bus that goes out of this town anymore. So I think we ought to look at more of a regional hookup with CATS, and I think it could be successful. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. And Mr. Picardo.
I believe that CATS is only going to be effective once we look at the ridership. If people are going to ride it, then I think we need to look to have it around. But somebody once told me, and it put things in perspective for me, and they said, walk from Merrillwood to Hitchcock, get a bag of groceries, and walk back. And a lot of us are very fortunate to have a vehicle to ride around in, but not everybody's in that same boat. And so it's not cut and dry. It's not easy to say don't have a bus or let's have a bus. If CATS program doesn't have the ridership, then I won't support the bus. But if it does, then we need to find a way that's cost effective to make sure we have something here for the citizens of this community to get around. I'd like to see the regional transit system be used, maybe have a loop that goes from Alachua, Newberry, High Springs, Newberry, back out into Gainesville. I don't see how it's called regional transit until only in Gainesville. But that's my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next question goes to Mr. Wilford. And the question is, what are some potential problems you see with the planned Walmart Supercenter, and how would you address those problems?
Well, the first issue is going to be water runoff. That's not my favorite topic, stormwater, but I think hopefully we'll make it look aesthetically not like just a holding pond, but we'll do something. I've seen them put in different things to make it aesthetically, nicer, like fountains and things of that nature. The major drawback will be is local businesses are a little bit concerned about what's going to cause them as far as losing their customers. But I really believe that that's going to be something that's not going to happen. I really believe it's going to be a good thing for this community. It's going to bring jobs. People that are traditionally going right through here to Gainesville are going to stay, I think, and shop and spend money. So I see more of an upside than any downside as long as they take care of the environmental concerns.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Helly is next.
Well, basically, what we do is hold the developers' feet to the fire for stormwater and traffic. I think traffic's going to be the big one. I think stormwater can be too, though, because of the area that it's in. So both of those, and we got to hold the developers responsible for that. Traffic is the one that I see being the biggest deal, but we got to make them do that part right, and that's what we can do. As far as the businesses down